Hello, Lemonheads. I'm Jennifer Chang, and welcome back to Live and Games. It's a Miami football weekend. Also, I got an exclusive interview with a two-time Grammy Award winner who happens to be a lover of sports. Let's begin with some college football. After 3 weeks off due to a rise of COVID cases, including their team's quarterback and 18 players still missing, the Miami Hurricanes defeated the Duke Blue Devils 48-0, leaving the Canes 8-1 and 10th in the college football rankings. Let's congratulate defensive lineman Quincy Roche, linebacker Corey Bryce, Dominic Mamarelli, and Amari Carter, and cornerback Marcus Clark for an incredible job and for earning their turnover chains. Congratulations, Canes, and good luck versus UNC.
Hello! Where you hit? Hey, where you hit? Big hit! Big hit! Big play! Get the ball! I told you that. I told you that game was going to sound great tonight.
Next, the Miami Dolphins earned another victory against the Cincinnati Bengals 19-7. Despite having some players getting injured throughout the game, and even having a fight where some players got disqualified and 5 from both teams were ejected. Even Coach Flo got involved, and right after the game he mentioned that he'll be better and show some poise. He said that every player on the team is like one of his kids, and that's why he got heated. Their game brought them up to 8-4. Next, the Fins welcome the Kansas City Chiefs for a home game this Sunday. Let's go, Fins! Now, who's excited for the return of basketball? The Miami Heat started their training camp and their schedule is now available. Follow us on Twitter to check it out. And finally, let's meet Tony Succar. He's a very successful musician, composer, percussionist, and producer from Peru with Asian descent who currently lives in Miami, Florida. He has won 2 Grammys.
Gracias, soy Chang, te amo y esto es para todo el Perú.
Fun fact, he was in the high school marching band with Lemon City host Fun Goose. His first passion was football or soccer, but his life took another turn. Let's see what he has to say. You wanted to be a professional soccer player. Can you talk to us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, this is sort of like, it's a random, not a lot of people ask me about this. So that's really cool that you found that out. And I'm actually happy to talk about it because for me, soccer, which in Spanish we say fútbol, that was my first passion in life. And for me, I always wanted to be a professional soccer player. For me, that was like my goal in life, my dream, and I lived for it. That's what I did all day long. Obviously, I started playing music because my parents were musicians, and I also like music. But my first passion was soccer, and we were national champions in high school. That was like my whole thing. But when I got finally to college and I had to decide where I wanted to go for school, the only opportunities to play sports for me were like in Louisiana and like really weird states that I knew I would never be able to survive in the cold weather, and I just like, no way. So I decided to go to FIU, and then I wasn't able to play. Like I didn't make the team, and for me it was like the most like terrible moment of my life. It was so sad. But it just, that's the way life is. You never know what happens in front of you. And then I sort of got really discouraged in that moment, and I would hate to say I'm a quitter, but in reality, that's kind of what happened. I was just like, I'm tired of I felt like there was so much politics involved or whatever in sports. So then my dad was like, well, you're a good musician, so why don't you audition for the School of Music? And then that's what I ended up doing, and now here I am, a musician, but that was my true passion for sure. When I got into school, when I got into FIU, I was the worst musician compared to everybody else. Like, because I was coming from a place that I wasn't dedicating my life to music. I was dedicating my life to soccer. So I was more of like a street musician. I would learn in la calle with my parents, oye, tocando timbal y sabor y en las fiestas, la gente alborotada. I just started here and everybody else was here. But you know what? I spent myself like 12 to 16 hours a day working and studying and practicing in the practice room. I had no life during college, like literally no friends. I never went to one party. It was just like pure work. But little by little, I started like climbing the ladder. And by the time I graduated, all the professors were like super excited about how fast I had like developed. Everything in life is difficult and you just have to have the courage, really. So that's my advice: is have the courage to do it, and don't be afraid, because one thing will lead you to the next. I didn't know how I was gonna get here, like today. I didn't know how I was gonna win a Grammy. I didn't know when it was gonna happen. All I knew was the next thing, right? One thing led to, okay, you know what? I want to do an album. And my first album, for example, was a Michael Jackson tribute album. Like, I did all of Michael Jackson's music into salsa rhythm. And everybody told me in the industry that I was crazy, that I was like gonna get bashed, and I wasn't gonna get the licenses for the music, bunch of stuff. But that didn't allow me to get discouraged. Like, so that's the number one thing, is take the courage to go with your flow. I mean, you only live once. You know what I mean?
I love it.
You have to take advantage of that. You live once, vive la vida hoy.
Yeah.
Now do what you want to do. Do what God puts in your heart. And that's it. Like, just do it. I mean, you have to have the discipline though, and the passion.
It's important to believe in your dream, and you are allowed to have more than one. I hope you got something out of this story. I know I did. Follow him on Instagram and YouTube to keep up with his latest music and with his upcoming documentaries. All right, Lemonheads, that's all I have for you today. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you very soon with Lemon City Live, Jennifer Chang.